Hi, everyone. It's Patrick.
And Tom from Chewing on Pearls.
Your favorite Gaga podcast.
Join us to celebrate the release of Lady Gaga's 7th studio album at our MAYHEM listening party on Saturday, March 8th from 8 p.m. till midnight at Color Club. Tickets are available now at the link in our bio and on Dice FM.
We'll send Gaga's 2020 album Chromatica off in style with a full-length listen before diving headfirst into the world of mayhem. And then the night will conclude with a DJ set from Chicago superstar Miss Twink USA.
Yee! Every ticket sold includes a donation to the Transformative Justice Law Project of Illinois, an organization that supports gender self-determination via free legal services, workshops, and other events. Your ticket will also include one entry into our rare Gaga merch raffle. Additional raffle tickets will be available to purchase at the event. All proceeds go to TJLP.
The night will be punctuated by live segments of Chewing on Pearls, including our search for the best dressed monster of the evening. So come in your finest Gaga-inspired fashions.
Like I said, tickets are available now at the link in our Instagram bio and on Dice FM.
See you there.
The music and the performance and the fashion are one. I don't separate my art from my life. It is one whole thing.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Tom.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Patrick. And this is Chewing on Pearls, the show where we dissect and decipher Lady Gaga's chameleon career and its impact, one pearl at a time.
We're back. On February 2nd, 2025, a famous day. It's a famous day now. Lady Gaga debuted her newest single, Abracadabra, during a commercial break at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards. Produced by Lady Gaga, Circuit, and Andrew Watt, the song premiered alongside a stunning self-directed music video shot in collaboration with photographer Bethany Vargas and choreographer Paris Goebel.
This banger of a single with a dance-heavy visual is being lauded as a return to form for Lady Gaga, debuting with her strongest Spotify streaming numbers to date while amassing over 8 million video views in less than 24 hours.
Shot on December 14th, 2024, in partnership with MasterCard, the music video features a cast of 70 dancers and the eponymous cane-wielding Mayhem character, this time clad in a red ensemble, watching Gaga in her purest form dance to save her soul.
This was a huge moment in Gaga's career, sandwiched between a performance to benefit those devastated by the LA wildfires at the Grammys and her 14th Grammy win for Die With a Smile, both alongside Bruno Mars.
Hey, Bruno. How you doing? That's my Wendy Williams impression. Yeah. How you doing, Bruno? So we're just going to get into a little personal anecdote before we break down this video and song. When this video came out, the song and video, I think we were both kind of under the impression that we were just getting like a commercial with a snippet.
Yeah, no, totally.
Definitely.
When I saw that it was like a MasterCard thing, I was like, oh, it's going to be like 10 seconds of the song, and it'll be like, sign up for 0%, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I thought it was a MasterCard commercial.
Yeah, and then some people were saying, oh, maybe it'll be like the SZA thing, which was like a live,
right? Like
a recorded live performance.
Right.
And I don't know. And then some people were saying she's debuting a whole video. And it's not that I didn't believe that she could or would, but I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be happening.
Then it happened.
It happened. We were at friend of the show, Chase, shout out.
Hey, Chase.
His Grammy party, standing in the back of the room.
Surrounded by beep.
Yeah.
You can fill in the slur.
Yeah. And a couple glasses of champagne in.
Maybe a bottle.
Maybe a bottle. And we were just kikiing because I think she had just gone up to perform, right?
Yeah, I don't really remember much. I do remember that we actually were enjoying the Grammys and having a swell old time, and then it just kind of happened.
Yeah, it was like Gaga performance, and then the commercial break after that was the MasterCard.
And then basically the rest of the night, we just kept going into the kitchen and watching the video over and over again. And like we'd leave the room and someone from the other room would be like, are you watching the video? And then they would come in and then more people would trickle in. And they'd be like, wait, can you start it over?
It was silly and fun and gay. And I really felt like a teenager again. I was
healing.
Like my heart was racing.
Yeah, we were sweating.
And I got home that night and my heart was racing. It was just so I felt so exhilarated. I don't know. I guess we'll get into why that feeling felt that way. Maybe it's, well, to get into like the drop of it all, I just feel like she hasn't done something so surprising in a long time.
And so like main pop girl.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I'm it.
Like, oh, don't forget.
Right. In the middle of the Grammys, I'm doing like a tribute performance, but I am going to make this about my second single. Like, and I just don't, she hasn't really been that girl.
She hasn't.
Yeah. So brava to Gaga and her team. Incredible job. I guess what we'll do next is just break down the song in tandem with the video, because that's the way that they were released. I think that's fair. We're going to skip over fashion credits just because we want to kiki and be cash about it. But they do exist on lamaisongaga.com on Instagram, Twitter, as usual.
Incredible resource.
Yes.
Incredible fashions.
Yeah.
Info.
They're connected to the house. So.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Do you want to start? I'm like, how does it even begin?
Well, so I think there are a couple things that are very important and why maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
We'll kiki.
A lot of people are saying this is Gaga's back.
Yeah.
A return to form. This feels like the Fame Monster. This feels like Born This Way. This feels like when Gaga was inescapable. Mm-hmm. And I think people are drawing those comparisons because visually what was presented really does harken back to a lot of imagery and like stylistic choices that Gaga made early in her like imperial phase.
Totally. The dark Ga aesthetic.
The one room of it all.
Yeah. And we'll get into it, the amount of dancing and like there's so many visual things happening in this video, but it also still feels so clean and minimal. And I think that's like the hallmark of iconic videos like Bad Romance and Alejandro that this video is being compared to extensively.
There's this heightened editorial lens.
Yes, exactly. That's a great way of putting it.
But it begins. The camera pans up to Mother Mayhem.
Yeah.
As we like to call her.
Yeah.
But now kind of acknowledged as Mayhem by Gaga.
Yeah.
And that Q&A that dropped after the video, which again, another interesting choice of like, oh, I'm going to give you all the information.
Yeah. And it's crazy too, because she, in that same interview, says, I was playing with characters during Joanne and Chromatica and Art Pop, and here I'm not, but also that character's called Mayhem.
Exactly. That's so interesting.
Yes.
And she acknowledges like, oh, Joanne was a character.
Yeah.
But then when we look back at Joanne when it was happening, she was like, no, this is my most authentic self, which, we're like, Miss Mayhem.
It's almost just like an artist's way, a public facing artist's way of being like, I'm not the person I used to be. That was a character.
Right.
Like we wouldn't use that language, but I would say like the person I was, like Chromatica came out 5 years ago. The person I was 5 years ago is not the same. I don't think it was a character.
Right.
But it's an interesting thing, but she also talks about this like mayhem, evil character that we see in the Disease video also as just being her and the like darker parts of her or whatever. So, I remember when the video opened and it like pans up the wall, the first time we watched it, I thought she was like in a grave.
Right.
Like, I thought she was like we were panning across the floor and she was like in a box.
Yes.
So it was like kind of trippy at first.
Yeah. And I guess we won't break down scene by scene, but we'll say that we could from memory if we had to.
Yeah. So, of course, this Mother Mayhem, lady in red, pale, beautiful face, makeup by Sarah Tano.
Insane.
Yeah.
We should say beauty by Sarah, hair by Freddie.
Yes.
You know this.
Yes.
You know this at this point.
And yeah, just this clean, dark, pseudo-gothic editorial beauty. And she has this microphone and she taps on it and she says the category is dance or die. She
Yes.
whips the microphone down out of the frame.
The microphone that's covered in red lace.
Yes. And then it says Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. And that's when I knew my shit was about to get rocked.
Yeah, no, we were screaming at that point. Yeah.
I guess narratively, it took me like one more watch to understand, but then it like pans over this evil woman's head and we see all of these fucking dancers in one room.
Yes, very, very much the Alejandra vibe of like the camera moving from behind her to see all the dancers dancing for her.
Even like the way that, because it's a dark black room that they're in, it reminds me a little bit of Born This Way as well. Like certain shots of the Born This Way choreo in the first half of that video.
The way that they are equidistant from each other.
Yes. Like perfectly placed.
Yes. The formation is insane.
Yeah. And
they start.
Yeah. Yeah. And it feels very like.
It's, frenetic,
visceral.
contained energy. And then they bust out. And Gaga is standing there stone still. Her favorite thing to do.
I mean, honestly, it's one of my favorite parts of the video is that moment where she's standing and they're all going like
dancers
crazy
are
ham.
Going off.
Yeah, it feels very. I think I said this to you the night of the Grammys, but I was like, it feels like Asylum vibes.
Yes,
like it feels like these like all white, the like concrete minimalist room. And they're all going crazy and she's like staring at this evil woman being like,
okay, bitch, dance or die.
I'm up for the challenge. Yeah.
I'm going to dance.
I think that pause, Gaga being still for those 2 bars or whatever, is one of the best choices that they made in this video.
It's so good.
Because she has like, you can see in her eyes that this woman is locked the fuck in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then we're off to the races. Mm-hmm. She does her little jazz walk forward in the cape. And like, it's just, I'm like, it's everything and more.
Yeah. And like, I guess to talk about the song, the like, I don't even know what words to describe it. Like the heavier part, the heavier riff, like the post-chorus of like, Abracadabra, that whole thing that she played a snippet of in Paris, plays. But then when she got to like, when the vocals start, it's like a completely different song than I ever thought it would be.
Same.
And
it's Little Miss Theater Girl.
Yes.
Left out.
Yeah. It's almost like she's doing, there's a bit of an affect in the vocal.
Well, there's always a bit of an affect
but
with the vocals.
It feels like, yeah, I mean, it feels it's like Shakespeare. It's like, it's like vaguely British in a way. Like I heard an isolated vocal from that somebody edited and I was like, why is it giving British? Like, yeah,
it's definitely
like in this weird way.
Yeah.
Transatlantic.
Yes. Yeah. By way of like hell.
Yeah, exactly. And I just love how when she's performing that first verse, she's truly like walking through that room and she's like, the way she's walking with such force. And
I love that it's a recreation. I know we're not getting into fashion credits, but it's a recreation of a vintage Alexander McQueen for Givenchy cape. But they like, Gaga was very, in this Elle Q&A, which you should go check out if you haven't read it yet. She talks about how with all of these dancers and knowing that there was going to be a lot of people on set and there was going to be a lot of looks and a lot of fashion, she wanted to reuse and repurpose and like upcycle, which is really cool. So her look is made out of like wedding dresses. And then they went through like the Gaga archive and like pulled, because how many live performances have they done where it's been like the hot guys in like white booty shorts? So, you know, she's like, okay, let's go to the fucking warehouse, find everything white that we've ever used, and we're gonna shop the house and we're gonna make fits.
And you can like, and I think that's such an interesting nugget that when people are saying Gaga's back, I'm like, you don't even know.
Don't even know.
Like that's more of a reason why, quote unquote, she's back. Because of this, like these pieces that are being styled in ways that you would never even recognize them. And they were probably, you know, backup dancers pieces or whatever. But it's like, it's that kind of self-referencing that she's doing more than trying to recreate something she already did.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's a difference to me.
Totally.
But Anyway.
But there's some new fashion in here. There's some cool young designers. Check out the fashion credits. The looks are incredible. It's just like so clear. It's so clean. It's so considered.
Yeah, and Mother Mayhem, we didn't really say, is in this like full latex cape thing that is
like with like nails and this like spiked hat
this like hook detail kind of thing that also speaks to the hook detail in Gaga in white's jumpsuit
with the
bodysuit.
giant fucking cross.
It's interesting.
I know. I saw like a funny tweet that it was like, it's gonna eat when it's vaguely Catholic.
Absolutely. When she goes there, it's like that's her bag.
That is her bag.
We've said that quote in a previous episode about the lead singles. I think we talked about Born This Way and about how her like Catholic angst is like is done in such a different way than other pop girls have done it, and it's just so specific. I resonate with it a lot. But yeah, and then it's just like beautifully composed. All the dancers are going wild and she's just walking this runway and doing that first verse that way. I'm just like, whoa, it's such a driving beat, but her vocal makes you feel like you're flying.
Yeah.
Down a highway.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what she's singing about, like being on a journey.
Right. I texted Tom and I said there has to be a vehicular manslaughter playlist of Gaga songs where it's like, I am going to get a car accident if I'm listening to this. Like,
literally. She's like talking about her angels, pay the toll to the angels, like, but keep moving, keep your eye on the distance when the devil comes around. Like, girl, this idea of like, not to like draw a comparison to Disease, but Disease sort of being this message to herself that's a little darker. It's like almost from the perspective of the dark Gaga, but this one is like a response.
Right.
And we know that Disease and Abracadabra are track 1 and 2. And it feels like this like immediate response to Disease in this interesting way, but but we can keep moving because I could really go there.
I know we're trying our best to be concise. I guess that's it. Great. It brings us to the chorus, which people are really kind of latching onto in it's a return to form because we're playing with vowels, we're playing with consonants, we're playing with Gaga, we're playing with self-reference.
Vaguely Latin word roots.
Yes. Well, so that's kind of the thing that is fun about this is we've talked about this too in the past where like with Gaga, sometimes she's being the thing, doing the thing, or like referencing the thing, and sometimes people are attaching the thing to her, but this is straight up a spell. Like totally. She is like, it is called Abracadabra. It is about magic. It is about witchcraft. It is about spells. It's about spirits and demons. Like it is the thing she says it is this time. Like,
and it's interesting because I'm going to go back on literally what I just said, like Disease being from one point of view and this being from another, because it's really like both of those songs have both of those voices in them, depending on whether she's singing the verse or the chorus.
It's almost like duality is important to this album.
Yeah, who knew? She only said that word 7,000 times.
And chaos.
In the last year, but I guess, she breaks out into this choreo that is like...
We have not seen her dance this hard, maybe ever.
I'm gonna say ever, and I would go toe to toe with Monsters on this.
You can clearly see that she has trained so hard that when I was watching this video for the first time and they cut to like the wide shots when we were at Chase's house, I, in my heart of hearts, thought that they had a body double in there.
Oh my God.
Like when the camera pulled out, I was like, there's no way that's her.
It's crazy.
And then she's been posting all the behind the scenes. She is eating.
And she's in it. She's
which
so
testament
in it.
to Paris too, because Gaga knew that Paris, look up Paris's work if you haven't seen. Icon, really, really cool person, really cool dancer. Awesome that they're working together.
Yeah, and I think apart from the drama with her previous choreographer, Richie, it's important to refresh your collaborators because you feel a new urge to like impress.
Yes,
and prove
it's like
to
they're
them.
working. Like this is a huge moment for Paris. someone who was like raised by Gaga content.
Yeah.
And like, this is a huge moment for Gaga to be like, I want to push myself to the next level.
To your
I want to rise
expectations
above.
of me. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know, seeing that wide shot that you're talking about and not being able to distinguish
Who's a professional dancer and who's a pop star.
Exactly. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. And I think that feeling, like her physical nature and like the athleticism in this video is what so many people also who are saying Gaga is back are responding to.
Right.
And even though I would say I don't think she's ever danced like this in any visual she's done, it's the like being so physically locked in that I think people are responding to.
Yeah, the commitment.
Like the, Morta u Gaga, like to me that's fine, but like she's referenced herself in more songs than just Bad Romance. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like it doesn't feel like this crazy, like I'm self-referencing. It's like, no, like the thing that makes me feel like Gaga's back is the fashion in the video and the athleticism of this video.
And the commitment.
The commitment. Yeah, the
physical,
energy.
embodied commitment.
Yeah, exactly. And there's this move that she does where she spins and lands on her knees.
Oh my God, I saw an incredible tweet that was
crazy.
like, local girls, do not
Do not do this.
attempt. You do not have health insurance.
Yeah.
Like, these are professionals on a set.
Yeah.
Like, do not
Don't
do this
even
at
do
the
it.
bar.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, girl.
Don't do it. It's wild.
Glass in the knees.
And even people claiming online that like it was sped up.
And then Gaga's like, let me post the behind the scenes rehearsal videos of us doing this 2-tempo.
Yeah. And that's skaggy because how rude.
She worked so hard.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I mean, this woman, fibromyalgia, okay? This woman broke her hip at what, 25,
Oh my
26?
God, the look over the shoulder when she like drops into the lunge and she looks back at the camera and she's like, the hip is on. The hip is back.
Oh my God. That's like kind of a hot shot too.
It is. Oh my God, when she's on the ground and she does her little fast feet.
Yeah.
Kind of scary.
She's like doing a little like devil crab walk thing. So crazy.
Oh my God. And then we got to get into, so we're kind of all over the map because whatever.
Yeah.
Narrative.
Who cares? We know you've seen it if you're listening to this.
You've seen it. Dance or die. That's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
And they chose dance.
Yeah. Dance until you die.
Dance until you die. And then Mayhem's like, I'm getting into the mix.
Yeah.
I'm coming down from, mind you, she's up there the entire time, which with more watches I've noticed, I'm like, oh my God, the Gaga watching the Gaga, the mirror of disease, the fact that the hat, it's just so good.
It's genius.
It's genius.
It's absolutely genius.
And we did say in past episodes, we're like, oh, I hope this continues.
This like theme continues.
Yes.
And what I love is that it's not taking the disease lady and like copying that.
Yes,
it's like reimagining.
It's that
but
same
still referencing.
Yes.
It's really,
and then
really well
they
done.
come out with
Girl.
the canes.
And she's like kind of holding her left hip.
Yes.
In that
like hobbling
choreo.
like a witch. Like, and they eat. The choreo is so good.
And and I want to shout out Bethany Vargas because that scene in particular with Mother Mayhem and the ladies in black, and their canes, the way that is shot is insane. And like the ability to do it, I don't know, just like cutting around the architecture of the set so that you're getting like their movement past columns and things.
All the same room.
It's insane. And
the set that they built, which you can tell that Gaga was, the museum of brutality, the chromatica ball of it all. Too. It's like she was tapping into something there.
I know. That's another part of it. It's like, this is the Alejandro Winterscape.
Yes.
This is the Bad Romance bathhouse. I'm like, no, bitch. This is the chromatica ball. Like, you know what I mean? It's all of those things.
But it's like
also
that,
something new. But,
and we knew when we saw the chromatica ball, we were like, she's cooking.
Yes.
She's working on something.
Yes. And she said that. She has said since. Like,
she was like, that lit the fire.
And that's why she put out the concert film not even a year ago, even though that tour was in 2022.
Because it was important.
Yes. It's part of this story.
It is.
I also just love the decision from like a creative. This is what's fun about doing this is we are both creatives too. So we like talk about this as fans, but then we're also talking about like the creative decision making of these other collaborators. Anyway, I really love the decision for those dancers to be in black on the black backdrop because
and dressed like Mayhem.
Yeah, because it's almost like they're shadows moving around her, and you can't like always distinguish where one of them ends and the other begins.
Yeah,
and their faces are floating.
too.
And you know, I love that kind of like totally covered up, just a face exposed thing, which I know Gaga loves too. But it's just so.
Mayhem so far has been very covered.
Yes,
she's very covered.
Cunty covered diva. And I watched the video last night with my mom, and she turned to me and she said, this part of the video, she said it much more eloquently than I'm about to, but she really succinctly described how intentional essentially the change in the movement is. And like how the Gaga in white, the choreo is so different than Gaga, Mother Mayhem Gaga. And it's like so narrative. They use the movement to be narratively clear that this is not the same person. Like they're two of her. Like they're really driving it home without being like, you know, maybe a 24-year-old Gaga would be like, in the land of Gagas, evil Gaga sits atop a tower, like really laying it on. Right. Here it's like, we are using the tools in our artist's toolkit to tell that story without saying very much at all.
And the video is just dance.
Yeah. It doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
We're both grinning right now. It's just so joyful.
It's a celebration. And but in a Gaga way where it's like in this morbid like dance or die. Like it is high stakes for her. And that's what I kind of love about the Gaga aesthetic. And like there is no, you know, we say like binary doesn't exist and like we live in the gray area, but it's like with Gaga it is all or nothing.
Yes, it always has been,
for better or for worse.
Yeah, for every project that she's done,
for
like
everything
that's always been the theme of everything that she's done, has always been the stakes. Like no matter what lens she's putting that through is like everything that she does is like she feels that she's bearing her soul, and that if she doesn't do it successfully, it's like what was it worth? And
I do love that in the Q&A she like is like, yeah, when I dance, that is when I feel that I have to prove myself the most. And it's something we've talked about too, where, you know, kudos to her, because even before this video, people always like throw her in like the top 5 like pop dance and divas. Like she's always up there in the conversation, but does it naturally come to her? No. She fucking fights for it. And now she's at a level where it's like, oh, you thought I was good? Like just wait.
It feels crazy. I mean, there's like cunty dance breaks and like Rain on Me. Like Rain on Me has a cunty dance break. Stupid Love has that. This is so different, like, girl. This is not a dance break.
This is dance. Yeah.
This
isn't your little 8 count.
It's just as much about the art form of dance as it is about the art form of music.
Which it's so fucking rad that Gaga took a photo with every single dancer on that set. You know what that's going to do for those kids?
I know. Should have been me. What?
Oh my God. I'm the dancer.
And it should have been me.
I love that.
It's so funny.
So funny. Yeah. But just like, oh God.
And then the gaggiest part of the video for me is that Little Miss Mayhem
up on her stoop.
Little Miss, and truly in a Bo Peep look.
Right.
Tosses her motherfucking cane, and then we get the shots of her sitting on this box.
Yes.
Doing this bastardized
hand performance.
Voguing.
Yes.
I would say. I don't want to call it voguing, but it is a...
Elements of hand performance. Yes.
It was a hand performance.
Yes.
The camera whips, and then it's heavenly, angelic Gaga doing it, and then it whips again, and it whips back, and it gives the sensation that they're facing each other with their little dance troops, just casting spells.
Yes.
And that is...
In their tongues.
that gagged me.
Yeah.
And that was the part where I was like, if there's anything that's sped up, I could see them doing this for like a cinematic effect.
Right.
But it's not.
No, they're just eating in real time.
Eating. Yeah. And every time I've watched the video, which now has been way too many fucking times, it's still the part that I'm like, the most
It like sucks the oxygen out of the room.
captivated by. Yeah. It's just really, and you know, when the Grammys ended, we made Chase play it like 3 times in a row after that.
Well, and let's talk about the other classic Gaga moment, the guttural scream
That's the
isn't
thing.
in the
Commercial.
the commercial, but she comes out and the dancers are chanting the spell at her.
Yeah.
And she is standing there and she's looking at Mayhem and she goes, "Ah!" and lets out a guttural cry as kind of like her, like, I can do this. Like,
It's an interesting moment because before that, she's like being carried by the dancers in this beautiful like bustier little dress
with little moth details.
Yes, very 90s, like Gautier or something, but I don't know what it is. And she's sitting in this chair. They sit her down on a chair and they're all kind of like seething around her.
The tableau work with the dancers is so strong too. It's like, yes, they're doing really crazy cunty pop music choreo, but then they're also doing like stage work and like these tableaus and formations and partnering and
in that part where I think it's truly all of the dancers more than even in the main white thing, like truly all of them, it feels like they're breathing as one thing. And then there's Gaga in a chair, and I think that it's just so successful. I've seen a lot of people say, I'm sure everyone listening has seen this tweet and like multiple posts about this, it feels like a renaissance, a moving renaissance piece in the way that she's like breathing, and the dancers are like this giant entity that are breathing with her. Yes. And it's kind of vaguely sexual too, but that's Gaga.
Yeah.
And then they all run away from her, and then that part starts with the chanting. And so it's such a funny thing to me because it's almost like she's a piece of that entity. And then all of a sudden it's like, she's not anymore.
Well, I read it as they are charging her, like they're reclaiming the spell that's been used against, and they're all saying it en masse. And she's like,
to Miss Mother Mayhem,
to Miss Mayhem, like, oh, you thought like we can say the spell too?
I guess I read it as like, this is my mental health. I read it as sort of like, I guess that I did have that reading, but I also had this reading that was kind of like, oh, now she's
on her own.
She's on her own in this field of like people who are actually against her. And like people reading that as like, this is about little monsters. This is about the industry.
Yeah.
This is about collaborators that have failed to work well with her.
Or even what it might feel like with these people who are championing you, but it doesn't feel like that for you.
Yes.
And they don't know that.
Because, oh God, that's so good. Because it's also like, if they are cheering for her, it doesn't fucking matter. Because her relationship with herself triumphs. So if that's not good, it doesn't matter what the flowers and the fame and all that.
Which at the conclusion of the video, she does triumph.
Yeah.
But it's in a very interesting way where we see Miss Mayhem do her little forlorn look.
By the way, one of the best shots in Gaga's actually, I'm going to say that. One of the best shots in any video she's done is Mayhem being forlorned.
Yes.
And looking down.
And tipping her hat, and the brim covers her face. And you think it's over, and then Gaga goes and looks up at the camera in her white look.
I know. And it's this thing of like, there's like a darkness then to the, pure Gaga.
Right.
And that's what's
like,
perfect about it.
It's almost like in that moment she realizes that like Mayhem is her.
Yeah, like and like the narrative switches where all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, Miss Mayhem, why is she sad? Yeah, she needs a hug or something. And then it's like, oh, now I'm a little scared of the Gaga that I was rooting for.
Right.
And,
I almost am, and the way that it happens too, it feels like she like sucks Mayhem inside her, back inside, get back where you belong.
And for that reason, it does like lend itself interestingly to the like, if we want to read into things, because that's what we do. Like, if the Disease video was about Mayhem capturing Gaga successfully, this is the prison that she put Gaga in. And she's like, dance or die, you know, like you have two options. And just like the layers of like, and I don't feel like people are talking about this enough. The layers of like her own career of like, if I'm not an entertainer, who am I?
Yeah.
And if I'm not doing this, what is my value? And the world is looking at me and saying, dance or die.
Right.
And then she does it. And there's this like meta quality to it.
Right.
That almost makes me sad too. Cause I'm like, this is top 3 Lady Gaga videos of all time. Easy.
100%.
But I'm also like, I would have taken anything, girl. I love you. You know, you know what I mean? Like,
But it's like the stakes are so high for her.
It does
like,
feel like there's this meta commentary in that way. And I feel protective of her, and I want her to know that she can be anyone that she needs to be. And this is who she is.
This is a great segue into kind of the cultural criticism where as long-term fans and students of the art of Gaga,
absolutely,
we are, you know, a little perturbed by these people that are saying, oh, she's reheating her own nachos. It's like, okay, I get what you're trying to say, but also artists can have a point of view and work with themes over duration.
Yeah.
And there can be continuity. There can also be reference, but there doesn't have to be recreation.
Yeah. It can also be unintentional reference because of
be the world that she's creating. Like, it doesn't, it isn't her, like, there's not like a board meeting where they're like, okay, let's take this scene from Alejandro, this scene from like, that's not what they're doing.
Right. And, you know, you could even look at the antithesis of this Mayhem era might be the Joanne era, and say all of this is also about battling herself. Like, you know what I mean? Like all of it has like, the themes have been constant. Her struggle with the fame monster, like that, the idea of her relationship to fans and to the industry and to fame itself, all of that will always come into play in her work. I'm convinced it always has. And so again, it's like, why? I think it's like a capitalist thing where it's like, we just need these women to like completely, especially Gaga, completely reinvent herself every time, or there is no value anymore.
Right.
And she's lost it.
Or it's what I think is the double-edged sword now is like people are saying like, oh, dark Gaga is back, weird Gaga is back, these kinds of things that are like diminishing the other things that she's done and had success with since those earlier projects. It's like, that was the height and the fever pitch of like her rise, but that doesn't necessarily mean that like she has not made impact post.
Right. And the double-edged sword of like not being able to win when it's like, before all of this, people are begging Gaga to give us a Bad Romance level serve, begging her in this way. And then if she does do something that feels like it's in this like dark dance pop vein, it's like she's reheating her old nachos. She's just putting what she used to do in a blender. So it's inherently less valuable. But it's like, isn't this what you wanted?
Isn't that literally what you've been begging for?
And that's exactly like another like meta layer on top of all of this that feels fascinating when you think about the way she's been talking about this music, this album, this concept of Mayhem, and like that all of it can be true. I'm like, it's not just the pieces of her, but it's also like the impressions of her by the public are all true and real. I don't know.
Well, and then sonically, I think something too that's interesting is, so visually, Tom and I were talking about this off mic.
Absolutely.
in our private life, which is basically this.
Basically this.
It's exactly this,
Yeah.
but it just never stops. That sometimes people conflate the visual and the sonic, and it's like, yeah, we're seeing things that might evoke the colors and themes of the Fae Monster and Born This Way and kind of that period of time, but like sonically, this is more art pop chromatica production than it is anything else. Like it does kind of have this like there are these like little choral moments that feel kind of Born This Way world, but like that's also kind of art pop production. The like funky, freaky engine rev, like that's art pop.
Maximalist.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
but it's
kind of
clean.
Yeah.
It's clean like chromatica.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I think
it's sleek.
Some of the Fae Monster comparison feels weak to me for that reason, because I'm like, no, like the way this is produced is in Gaga's maximalism style, which is not the Fae Monster.
No,
it's not. I mean, there are some heavy tracks on that, but like Born This Way and art pop are like Gaga in her like maximalist production, put everything and the kitchen sink in there. And then, like you're saying, that cleanness from chromatica, where it feels like a little more like pared back from that.
Like it's like if you listen hard enough, there's like a '90s piano house chord in there.
Yeah,
like
and people being like, "This is industrial." I'm like,
"This is dance music."
You know what it is? It's dance music, and it's like every type of dance music somehow made it in this song.
Yeah,
like this is a pop dance record. This is like a techno dance record. This is like a house dance record. It's just, it's also like could be in a stage musical.
Yeah, like literally.
It's just very weird in that way. And I think,
and that's what people are trying to get to.
Yeah,
but they don't know how to get there when they say that like she's back. It's that kind of, what is that? How do you describe it? It's Gaga.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what we're witnessing with Mayhem, and it's funny because before the title was announced, we long thought that this album would be called Gaga. I think we're going to be witnessing, based on how she's talking about it, about the genre blending and the many genres that will appear on this record. That's exactly what we're going to be getting, which is her genre.
Yeah.
Because it's Gaga. Not unlike other artists that exist that are in that echelon where it's like, no one could make this but Beyonce. Yeah. And I think it's a different thing. I think Beyonce is kind of like diving into a genre and making it hers. Gaga is like taking genres and like putting them,
synthesizing them into her world.
Yeah. If that's even different, I don't know. I think it's a different approach. Yeah, it's a different approach. But I'm fascinated to see where the rest of this album goes. She said there's like a transition period in Mayhem that's like a 90s. What did she call it?
She said it's 90s music.
Yeah.
Which I'm like that could be anything.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what is the middle of this record going to sound like?
Right.
Killa.
Oh my God.
You
I'm
know?
like 90s in like, are we talking like Smashing Pumpkins? Are we talking like what are we?
But that's the thing. It's like, it could be all of it. Because it's Gaga and it's like Disease is like a rock song.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm like, there could be some crazy shit on this album.
Yeah.
I think there's evidence that there already is.
Yeah. Yeah. And also like, I just want to say, put some respect on Disease's name, because
I will say I have seen people being like, wait a minute.
Yeah. It's
Hold
like,
on now.
As someone whose top song on Spotify was Disease a month after it came out, I'm just kind of like, we don't need to put Disease down in order for Abracadabra to shine. And if anything, I have only been listening in the last like 3 days to Abracadabra after Disease.
Yeah.
I get in my car, turn the car on, I sound like Delta Work. I have my coffee, vanilla cream, and I play Die With a Smile first, and then I play Disease, and then I play Abracadabra on repeat,
and then you get in a car accident. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is like, contextually, disease makes Abracadabra better.
Yeah, it
Listening
really
to
does.
them together.
They lift each other.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have a whole album?
I know. I've never been... I have. Just kidding. I've always been this excited. But I just feel...
It's
something's
palpable.
different.
It's palpable. It's fun to see the kids on the internet. And I say the kids, I'm like Doja Cat, Troye Sivan, Slater today, like posted something. Like everyone is like, we love her.
Jessie Ware.
Jessie Ware, mother sees mother.
Gagging for the girl. And I think that's exactly what
Jade.
it is.
Oh my God.
That's what's different. Like the music, like again, like people are, I feel like looking at the wrong things to compare back. But it's more like another component of it that I think is more accurate is that the GP is like loving this song.
Because it's the feeling that it's giving them.
And this congruency, is that a word?
Yeah.
Between the visual and the sound.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Gaga became famous for.
Yeah.
Was that like, even if this song is weird and this video is weird, I can feel that they go together in this way that is so intentional. And so suddenly Alejandro is like a fucking radio hit.
Right.
Even though people were like, this is dark and twisted and homoerotic and like scary. And
blasphemous.
And there's Nazi imagery or whatever. And this song, why is she singing in Spanish?
Right.
Bastardized Spanish. Yet it's like a hit. I don't know. It just like reminds me of that kind of like against all odds energy, except
and we're already starting to see it. Like people, it's funny because, people are like, it's 2010 again. And if you think about it culturally, like, yes, we were in the Obama era, but we were fighting every fucking day with all these fucking Tea Party assholes. Like it's the same shit that we're dealing with now. Like, people are saying like this is satanic, or there are rumors again that
she's trans.
Like it's interesting that like these things are paired together, like economic recession, cultural kind of culture wars,
a dance
Lady Gaga
song.
Like yeah.
And I don't know, it also is just like so fucking sexist because it's like, so a woman could not possibly be this successful unless she was worshiping the devil. Like it's just so weird to me. It's like, no, like has she not? This is the same lady who sang Shallow Bitch.
Right. Come on
like,
now.
Like, that she's got it. Like, I don't know. It's just so funny to me. And I think that's what feels shocking is that everyone around me loves Gaga, basically. But, like my sister like put Stream Chromatica and like paint markers on her car when it came out because she was so excited. But it wasn't, and they're like really excited for Mayhem after this single. And it's different. And I'm like, and they're not they're not monsters in the way that I am, just to use them as an example. And I'm just like, what is different about this moment? And it's just really hard to pin down. We've talked about a lot of different reasons for why that is. But I'm like, it just feels like people who thought she was like kind of done. My sisters would never say that, but are kind of like tuning back in.
Right.
And claiming her.
Right.
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
It's interesting to see all these people who are like mothered by her come out of the woodwork.
Yeah. And that's what this feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like mommy's home.
Yeah, and that can be hard for us, I think. It can be hard for me sometimes, the discourse.
Yeah.
Because I'm like...
Not too much.
Don't act like the last, let's say, over 10 years of her career were not, like, incredible.
Monumental and important and, like...
Yeah, like, all of it means something.
Or we wouldn't be where we are without them, like, for better or for worse.
Yeah. And everyone... Like, I think it's like this reheating her nachos thing, but really it's no. She changed the way pop music worked.
She changed the ingredients people were putting on their nachos.
Yes. And she's doing it again.
Yes.
And that's what people are feeling.
She's like, oh, you're eating nachos?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Let's have, a cheesy gordita crunch. I don't know. That's just what I thought of. I don't know. It just, I don't want to like shit on people who are feeling that because I'm also feeling that like I'm 14.
Right. Totally.
Like
Well, that's
I'm
the thing.
feeling
It's
it.
like the spirit, and like what this is instilling in people is the willingness to fight
yeah,
for whatever it is that you need to right now.
yeah. It's very
Because
the
these are trying
verses.
times.
When the second verse starts and she says, choose the road on the west side, watch the dust fly
as it burns, or watch
as the
it
dust
burn.
flies, watch it burn.
Yeah.
There's something about the delivery of that where I'm like, I'm alive.
Yeah, I will take that road on the west side.
Yeah. And like,
And we can get into the allegory of it all. I think the west side is viewed as like,
it's like a holy thing.
yeah.
I think it's like, yeah, there's like
some
Old
biblical-
Testament,
yeah.
Torah stuff
Right.
with that.
Well, and then Abracadabra, my darling brother texted me.
Darling.
Shout out,
Hi,
Maddie.
buddy.
Hey, Maddie.
Hey.
About Abracadabra being, now I'm going to
I
bastardize
create
it.
as I speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And from like old,
Which gets into the like alchemy thing.
Yeah.
And that like, that line between like religion and witchcraft.
Yeah.
That, or religion and magic is
Right.
a better word. That is very thin.
Very
Because
thin.
when you think about any fucking major world religion, especially the one Gaga comes from, it's like, okay, so you're eating his body and
we're going to
blood
take
right
all these
now.
things. We're going to
Yeah.
put them in this glass. We're going to pour this on it. We're going to put
We're going to
this,
say some words and then it's his body
and then
blood.
we're going to drink it.
Yeah. Like, that's like
Magic.
And like, I'm like,
Yeah,
is she
we're looking
listening?
around like,
I like turn away. I don't know. We could go on and on and on. We don't have to. I feel like we'll have to do this again. And like, we're going to cover this song and this video again in the future,
Yeah.
years from now.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to do Mayhem, a retrospective.
Yeah.
But we're really excited.
so,
if you can't tell.
so excited.
Very excited.
And there's so much to talk about. So if you have something that you want to say, engage with us. Get in those
Yeah.
comments.
Comment.
We get DMs from you and we love it when you have
Yes.
a take or you have feedback or
Come to our goddamn event.
yes,
If you're in
please. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
It's Gaga endorsed.
Yes.
She
my God.
posted it on TikTok.
She did. She knows what the tea. She knows what's up, you know?
She's seen Tom's face
Yeah,
and heard
very
Tom's
weird.
voice.
And what else was I going to say?
Put your motherfucking paws up.
Yeah, put your fucking paws up. Something about just current events and stuff. Like, this is what we're going to be talking about, you know?
Right.
So,
And we
like,
we haven't even talked about Fire Aid. We haven't even talked about
Yeah,
the Grammys.
that's what I was gonna talk
we're
about.
we'll get
there's
we'll get
stuff.
there. We'll get there.
There's stuff about, yeah. And she's like, apparently there's a commercial that's coming out on the Super Bowl
And she's in
Sunday.
a goddamn big ass hat again.
Yeah, singing "Hold My Hand, Hold My Hand, Hold My." And
you know what? We will.
Yeah. You know what? I did want to say this just for people who've listened to all the episodes. I do want to note that no dark hair in the Abracadabra video, which I thought was interesting. And maybe Mother Mayhem has it tucked under her little thing.
I hope Mother Mayhem's bald.
Cone head. Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. It's like always such a way that she communicates
Right.
who she is.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why people are like, oh, I'm tuning into this one. She's blonde.
She's blonde here, but also her hair is down to her motherfucking ass.
And it's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Oh my God.
The
Freddie
fan work.
posting the step-by-step to recreate the look. I'm like, great, I'll try it.
Yeah. Freddie ate.
Freddie
I just wanna say,
always
Freddie,
eats.
You ate this.
Freddie, we love you.
Yeah.
And trust you.
Yeah. Trust.
And believe.
Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself. In some of the leaked images from like the Target and Walmart or whatever vinyl sale, it says featuring the singles Disease, Abracadabra, and Vanish Into You.
Yes.
And there is a piece of me, and this was a theory I shared with our lovely friend Dell, Miss Twink USA, who's playing our listening party.
Icon.
What if Vanish Into You is like another part of a similar story where if here Gaga either absorbed, well, you're getting it, you kind of said what I'm going to say. here Gaga is like, actually, I can fight back against this darkness, this mayhem. And then the third Vanish Into You is like them becoming one, and like what that visual could be.
When you did that motion right now and you said absorbed, it made me think of when Mayhem expels Gaga in the Disease video.
That's the thing. That girl that she threw up in that video is the girl in
Who's
the
fighting.
Abracadabra video.
Yeah.
The other ones that populated, dead. Chopped. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's crazy. And like Michael, thank you. Love is so powerful. I'm like, love and art go together. And when you have support in that way, it allows you to like explore places that you need to explore in your work. And I think we're seeing that here. I'm not going to be somebody who's like, Michael forced her to make pop music. She's an artist.
The crazy rumors that Gaga's in a conservatorship and Michael is the conservator. Like, what?
Like, give it the fuck up.
God forbid that she's happy.
God forbid that she's a woman who is autonomous as an artist. Like, Jesus Christ. But I do think that the support that he gives her is very real from what we can see. And that, again, like creating from that place and not from a place of
taking
like...
her to another level.
Yes, distrust. That feeling of like, are the people around me even supporting me?
Do they even know me?
Yeah. Whoa. Like she can play with Gaga both as a concept, like more as a concept now, without
the pressure to be,
or like without it damaging her.
Right.
Because she is Gaga. She said she loves being Lady Gaga, but she also knows that Lady Gaga is someone she is being.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
where early on there was such a resistance to that.
Yeah. And like, I feel like she's finally able to say it in a way where fans aren't like tearing her down or feeling disappointed about it. It's like, no, it's just a reality.
Right.
We've seen the full breadth of this woman's talent and ability. And now she's like kind of letting us behind the curtain a little bit. Be grateful.
Be so grateful.
Be so grateful. This episode turned out really long. I love it.
If you've made it this far,
yeah, you're a real one.
You're a real one.
Little Pearlies.
Yeah.
We have to test out our fan names.
Yeah. Maybe we'll vote at the event.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We'll have a poll.
We'll come up with some options. Well, yeah, if you got to the end, thank you for listening. We'll see you around for the next development.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye.
Bye.
Chewing on